Welcome back to part 2 of my 2024 October Fall full property and garden tour. Let's go ahead and get right into the video. Okay, coming on to the deck, we do have this container. I do need to take this grass, and what is this called? A Charles Falk Road? Or is that the name of a car dealership? Can't remember. Anyway, I need to get this planted out in the yard, and of course, this beautiful, beautiful potato vine will be repeated again next year. They are just absolutely beautiful. Bucket full of debris. Here is little annual. I think this is a super bell that is done. It's seen its last leg. While we're up here, let's take a look at the fountain that we all love and adore, and the weed. This container looks a heck of a lot better than the other container, but this container has gotten more consistent water and consistent rain. I really haven't been out here in the past 2 weeks at all doing anything. So the rain was pretty much watering this container, but the other container, not so much. Again, this grass, and I want to say Charles Falk Road, and I think that's a car dealership. I really don't think it's the name of the plant. Here's a tutor that I need to put away. More buckets of garden debris. Here are some annuals. I do have my indoor container soil drying out, hopefully tomorrow, or maybe over the weekend. I'll be able to pot up these plants because these plants need to come inside, and they all need to be looked at very closely before I bring them in to make sure that there are no spider or pest damage. That's really pretty. And let's go over here. Let me shut the lid. And some exciting news. These windows are going to be turned into sliding glass doors. Hopefully very soon. The push to get this deck cleaned up is it's a must-do. And it's a must-do sooner than later. This tent needs to be moved so the workers can come and cut a big hole into our house. Which is why I want to get these and moved inside. Trash cans, stuff to burn, grill. And here's an update on my cuttings for propagation. They're doing just fine. The boxwoods are doing just fine, and so is that evergreen shrub that I don't know the name of. And here's an interesting view. I usually don't show anything from up here. But here is a look from the upper deck, looking down at the tiered gardens. Now remember, last year, there was a flower bed right along here that only went out as far as the fence. Everything else was grass. There was a little, over here, there was a little raised garden bed, but I expanded it a lot. But this was all grass. We did all this. We moved all the rocks ourselves. Yes, we really can move rocks ourselves. But now we know better, and we'd like to pay young people who are strong. But here is a look from the upper deck. So pretty. I got these two from Plant Club, and they're still in their nursery pots. I need to get these repotted and moved inside. And this plant was only about this tall when I put it outside, so this has doubled in size. Not too bad. This is where I sit. Here, let me sit down actually. This is my spot. So this is where I like to sit, and I like to look out, and I'll edit my videos from here, or We'll sit out here and have a drink in the evening. The canopy did break. Let me see if I can show you. See how it broke? So that was from a previous hurricane that we had the end of August. And I had a hanging basket and I was watching the rain drip into the basket and it didn't have any holes, not putting two and two together, and the weight of the basket actually snapped this. Circling around the patio area, here are the 3 boxwoods, a dappled willow, and a sunflower that has seen better days, but I'll cut that back and lay the seed heads down on the ground and let it reseed for next year. A bunch of beautiful germination going on over here, and I know that is larkspur. And over here I see some germination, and I believe this is from the feverfew. I don't know the name of this shrub. It's ginormous. It's been here for about 20 years and it just keeps growing, so we're gonna let it. But man, it's a monster. Beautiful sedum. And here's a different variety of sedum. This penstemon has been here for 2 years, so I just let the bloom stalks on this particular plant versus how I cut the bloom stalks off of the plant down there by the coral tree. Beautiful hydrangeas, and I do have a pink coneflower that is living amongst this. These definitely need to be separated and divided. They are a little too big for this area, and I did not trim back my sedum. So you can see she's a floppy. Here's more nasturtium that was supposed to be peach, but is orange. I have coneflower, more sedum, some snapdragons that are spent, I need to cut back, and some zinnias that have powdery mildew, so these will have to be cut down sooner than later. More sedum, little strawberry plant. Never eat off of this plant, I don't know why. I just like the idea of looking out here and seeing strawberries. I don't know, it's fun. This is a perennial that comes back every year. No clue what it's called. It has white flowers on it. Here is a beautiful hydrangea. Let's see if we can get a good shot. There's the pretty colors. Nasturtium that never bloomed. Another shrub, some more daisies. Sedum, and then here is Dara that I winter sowed. It grew up, died back, and now there's a new flush coming out. I don't think we'll get any blooms, but I kind of like the foliage, so I thought I would leave it go. These zinnias are really, really bad with a powdery mildew, so they will have to go. But here's a pretty bloom. I'm gonna have to work on the powdery mildew game. And I guess I should go down this way. So we have some Shasta daisies, a globe arborvitae. You can see that I do have a whole bunch of seeds started. That's gonna be larkspur. This, I forget the name of it, but it will be removed. We have some white phlox. And this Veronica, or is this Speedwell? The Speedwell we just planted and is looking good. And that poor little hydrangea was struggling. She used to live up here, and then I moved her and she's down here, and now she's happy. Shrub roses, beautiful grass, another hydrangea, and then here is the pink dogwood that we planted together. Cannot wait to see this in the spring. Another globe arb, some Gara that is ready to be cut back. Another shrub rose. These shrub roses just keep giving and giving. And remember, 90%, 95% of all these plants in this center bed were purchased on sale. There was no way I would have been able to afford to buy so many plants full price. So, goes to show, check your local garden centers and look at the discount section. And look at this pine. This was on sale, and it's just so cute. It's kind of like fluffy, and it looks a little aggravated. And I like it because I'm aggravated quite a lot, so we have a lot in common. More zinnias that definitely need to come out. These are full of powdery mildew, and it is starting to encroach on my boxwood. And in the middle, there is a crabapple tree that has a couple of actual crab apples on it. And here is one of my favorite annuals. I'm going to pop the name up on the screen because I always say it wrong. But the plan is to let all this go to seed, and I'm going to have this fill in this whole area. I do have zinnias here that need to come out very, very soon because they are pretty much done. And again, I just took the seeds and threw them down here and hoped for the best. Oh my gosh, they're just so pretty. Look at how fluffy they are. They're so fluffy looking. It's like little clouds of purple happiness. Here's a view going up the path, and the shed is behind me. Cat's mint nepeta, some petunias, some roses that I think I do need to move. They're not super happy here. I don't know why, but they need to be moved. They are gorgeous though. Look at that bloom. See, that's a peachy apricot color, not an orange color. Another globe arb. This is a phlox that didn't do very well. I don't know if it's going to come out or not. I have some weeds too. Another nepeta. Here is a white shrub rose. No, I'm sorry. This is the oh so easy Italian ice rose. Get in here and show you this bloom. And then next to it, Shasta daisies that need to come out. And then here's the white shrub rose. You can see a little bit of white fly on it, but that's okay. Here is another Shasta daisy that needs cut back. I see a big old weed there. So just a little bit of maintenance in these raised beds, nothing too crazy. Another globe arb. That petunia didn't do very well, but she's still alive. Don't know what happened to this nepeta, but no, this is, I don't know what that is. What is that? Oh, I think this was a petunia. That petunia didn't make it. But there is a nepeta that is gorgeous. You can see all of this, all these seedlings, that's all larkspur. So this whole area is going to be full of nice, tall, beautiful larkspur next year. Now this nasturtium, even though it's not blooming, looks very pretty. There is a pink shrub rose tucked back in here. Here's our well. Euonymus, variegated. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I think they're really pretty. And then here is all of the zinnias. And these have pretty much, I think they're pretty much done. I'm not gonna save any of these seeds. These were just extra. Oh, see, no, I do have some that need to bloom yet. Well, okay then, I guess I'm not gonna rip these out. But again, I'm not gonna save the seeds. Here is a little snapdragon that is still alive and kicking. And here's a pair of my husband's old work boots that has hens and chicks in it. Right here, what is this, a liriope? Gorgeous. Okay. It is getting dark quickly. All right. Here is a Weigelia that tends to look like this time of year. It looks kind of pathetic, but it does flush back out beautifully. Here is another part of this plant. I forget the name of it, but I don't want it here, so instead of ripping it out, this is the aggressive one. I'm going to have to, again, cut it back and then treat it with the stump and vine killer. And then here's a beautiful weeping tree. Maybe we should go from the other side. Maybe it'll look better from the other side instead of looking at our cars. This winterberry bush was in its container. I bought it on sale. I bought it during a 100-degree day, and it was struggling, but it really has recovered. I think it's going to be just fine, and I cannot wait until next year to see how much this flushes out, because this is a big shrub. Here's a little blue spruce topiary. Here is a mugo pine. That is so cute, and it is soft. You would think it would be prickly, but it's soft. Look at the little itty bitty pine cones. They're so cute. Or the candles. A white azalea, another Weigelia, globe arb. So over here, I've been thinking about this section. I'm not going to go into detail about this section because I'm mad at it. It's not performing well at all, and I don't know why. I bought this tree as a twig from Big Lots 20 years ago, and look at how big it is. But I do believe this tree is sucking all of the life out of all the plants down below. So next year, I am planning on doing a lot of composting, and I think this tree might be diseased. So she might be coming down anyway, and that might just fix the poor plant problem down here. I hear geese. That is a bad sign. That means winter is coming. Here is a spiral pine that I have not spiraled in quite a while. And look at this clematis. I cut it way back to the ground, I believe in August, and it has totally reflushed out with new blooms. Another globe arborvitae. Let's go up this way and take a look at the driveway garden. This is a Kwanzaa cherry tree that sits at the very tippy top of our property. And again, here's the corner, so we do get a lot of traffic, even though we do live pretty much in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Driveway border bed. And here is my view. Isn't that amazing? We have a boxwood here that is going to be in a pyramid shape. Here's yet another spirea that I know I got on sale. It has quadrupled in size. Here's a beautiful pink hibiscus that was beautiful, but now it's definitely time to trim it back. And here's a beautiful hydrangea. And earlier in the spring, I had accidentally cut a little piece off, and I planted it in the ground, and it took, and it's alive. And actually here is a little bigger one. So I have 2 hydrangeas that will need to be transplanted. I'll do that in the spring. Again, this bed is not a priority. Pretty much gonna let everything go. What is this beautiful shrub? The name escapes me. I will have to put it on the screen. Abelia? This is an abelia. I do not need to put it on the screen. This is an abelia. And then this is a candle shrub of some kind. I'll pop the name on the screen. I know I was just looking at the tag. And I was gonna rip this out, but now I don't think I will. And here is a holly tree. almost done. Over here is my beautiful, beautiful red bud tree. I cannot wait for this to flush out and get bigger. Border edge that we are working on. I think tomorrow we're going to start filling all this in with compost. Candy corn spirea. This was supposed to be itty bitty and he's a monster. He's happy. We have lots of weeds in here. Some pretty cosmos. Peonies that have seen better days and definitely need to be moved. And another spiral that has not been spiraled in quite a while. Again, I have a lot of weeding and covering up to do before we compost this area tomorrow. This is the pine that my cats were born under. I love my little girls. Raised bed. This is the full sun perennial bed that we worked on together. And that is looking amazing. And then right here is where those boxwoods that I have over by the deck are going to go. Another spirea. This one is more upright and is probably in the wrong location, but I don't care. I love it, and she's staying. This is a My Monet Woodgelia, and I do need to move this because it does get stressed at the end of the year, but it is so pretty with the variegated colors. I think it just gets too much sun right here. This is a microclimate that gets full sun, and the heat just radiates off of the bricks. So I think she's a little mad at me. Over here, can't even tell that this whole clump of ground cover was completely dug up when we transplanted this hydrangea. But the rain is doing its job and it's looking good. Here is the Niagara Falls grass. A beautiful rose. Again, we need to finish up this bed tomorrow. Boxwood. Love this ground cover. Uneven stepping. Here's a couple of dwarf holly bushes. And here is the beautiful, beautiful, absolutely amazing golden red bud. Love. Let me step out here. And here is a smaller version of a heritage birch. I loved the heritage birch that is down at the bottom of the property. Right there. So we planted one up here too. Okay, over here. Oh, husband's putting the tractor away. Over here, we have another spirea. Now this spirea might go because this holly is dying a slow death and it's really annoying me. So I think what the plan is going to be, not this year, next year. I think this shrub and this holly are going to come out, and then we're going to do some kind of a taller weeping evergreen right here. Here's another look at the border bed. And we are kind of back to where we started. Oh, he's still mowing. He took a break. I'm not going to walk all the way down there because it's a hill and I'm tired. And how could I forget this dogwood tree right here? This tree might have to go. There is something wrong with it. I don't know what it is, but it's not happy. We're going to wait until the spring, see what happens, reassess. It's a shame because I do love this dogwood, but she might be going bye-byes. I hope you enjoyed this full property tour. We took a look at everything, and my assessment is we got a lot done. There's a little bit more that needs to be done as far as the front flower bed goes. That does need to be a priority. And we do need to take care of getting rid of all the poison ivy down in the trees that are growing up at the bottom of the property. There's husband mowing. He's He's happy, but he's sad because this is his last mow. All right, we will see you in the next one.